everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to let you know before the episode starts that right when I started recording, the mic immediately glitched up, so my vocal audio got glitched to the point where you couldn't understand what I was trying to say, and it was like really bad ear rape. So I had to cut that out, unfortunately, and I replaced it with my own post-game commentary. It's probably not going to be nearly as interesting as my in-game audio, like in-game commentary, but it's at least better than listening to about 35 minutes of ear rape for the entire episode. So please sit back, enjoy the episode. I'm putting a volume warning disclaimer, so because there are going to be some moments where the audio just suddenly goes from quiet to loud and loud to quiet, and some remaining ear rape / glitched vocal audio parts. So sit back, relax, enjoy the app, and I'm sorry I couldn't find a better way to fix it. Hi folks, welcome back to Lovers Gaming Hub. Today we're here with Obsidian, Diorite, and our young hunters. Last episode we did quite a lot of hunting, a little bit of fighting, and we actually got the pups to quite a bit of EXP. And we did get ambushed by the Rescue Creek pack. Taking a look here at our stats. You can see here, Gleam is at 100%, Awning's at 93%, Beam 92%, Zephyr's at 92 as well. And then I noticed last episode while recording and editing the last episode, I noticed 600M, who was former pack leader of Natal, is no longer on No Wolves. What happened to him? Oh no. He's dead. I feel so bad. He must have lost his mate and didn't want to. I don't know why he left the Natal pack. He ended up dispersing and probably died afterwards. At least he's with his mate now. Anyways, we need to mark some territory so that one hex that's at 50% and go do some hunting at the same time. So here I am, just wondering what's going on here. And now we're going to go off and mark some territory and get some hunting done. Get the pups up to full EXP. Oh, another hex invasion. And it looks like it's from Norris Peak too. Looks like we're gonna go deal with that. Oh, that's a hare. That's a hare. Alright everyone, go get your hare. Go on. Go on. You might not be able to hunt later, so yeah! Way to go, Onyx! And you got up to 98% EXP with that hare. You gonna eat it? Yep. Off he goes. Moving on. I see you, Hex Invaders. Not letting you get away with this. And this is indeed Norris Peak. Now, who to target? You. Biden trying to figure out who's weakest. Or who has, like, the highest caution bar. Oh. Get him! Good job, Onyx. Hey! Good job, Darrite. Trust me when I say, a lot of these fights are very chaotic. Like, Darrite's gotten an injury. I'm just trying to figure out which wolves to target. It's a lot. Umbra's helped out. Umbra is lowest in EXP compared to the rest of her litter mates, so I'm glad to see that she helped there. Doing a health check. It's not too bad, I'd say, but you'll see here Gleam is at 61% health. He's the lowest of the pups right now, so just gonna try to hurry up and finish off this invasion before somebody gets too critically low. Everyone's stuck in tails, so the sign the invasion's about to end. Hopefully so, considering look at Gleam's health, look at Zephyr's health. They're getting pretty low. Get off of Beam. Okay, get off. Get off. The pups are pretty much tag teaming. That's something admirable. That's it. Get off. Thinking Gleam's getting bitten. Yep. Get off. Get out. Doing our health check. Notice how Gleam is at 48% now. Yeah, we really need to hurry. Though thankfully it seems everyone's on the run. It's just this one wolf, and yep, invasion's done. Raiders have been dealt with. Heck off and don't mess with my family. Victory howl! Because of the pup's health, I am not going to opt on doing a hunt. So instead, what I did here was, after checking on everyone's health and experience, notice how Onyx has a full experience bar, by the way. And the others are getting close. Umbra, the least experience, is at 92%, while Zephyr and Beam are at 95. Going ahead to mark the hex next to us. And then we're going to go ahead off and get some thing to eat. from one of the 2 carcasses that we had from last episode. Ooh. Another hair. We're getting a hair, we're getting a hair, we're getting a hair, we're gonna get the hair. If anyone wants a bite, you can go have it. It's free EXP. Anyone? 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 Literally? Anyone? Sometimes the young hunter pups might not necessarily catch hares. Weird walk. So I ended up grabbing a hare myself. More importantly, I just want to get my young hunters something to eat. Just in case there isn't enough at the carcass for everyone. Onyx ends up getting it. Second hare of the episode. And he eats it. So we're just gonna continue what we're doing, which was heading to that hex. Marked the hex and ended up stumbling onto another snowshoe hare. So doing a 3rd round of capture the hare, but not really. Like, it just once again tried to chase it around, but the young hunter pups weren't very particularly interested. Still, I ended up chasing the hare for a while, just because, and then I grabbed it, because they literally weren't that interested. It's alright, I'm just seeing if I can exploit hares for food. Ideally for food, ideally for experience, really just for the food. And Onyx grabs this hare and just flops it over, eats it. That's the 3rd hare he ate. But at least he won't take / steal food from his litter mates. Everybody needs food. And here I stumble onto it, another hare. And accidentally hit send view and then immediately grabbed it. And plop. Any young hunters for the taking? This time Umbra's the one who eats it. Proud of you, puppers. I'm proud. Head over to a carcass. And I stumble into another hare that I grabbed. Immediately did not do another round of capture the hare. Drops, leaves, and Gleam eats it. Simply. Here I am approaching one of our claimed carcasses. Just making sure it's not challenged, because if it's getting challenged by anything other than a fox, we won't be able to eat it. The pups are that hungry and that bad in dire health. Luckily, it was just a fox. So, we ended up getting the food. Zara eats from it. All the pups get a hearty meal. And Obsidian is relieved. We don't have to do a risky hunt. Especially considering that some of the pups are below half health. Yeah, I do not want to go risk a hunt. So I'm just letting them eat here. Get the fill that they need. So they can rest and recover. Looking around, checking if everyone's full, which everyone is, so I just grabbed that last sliver of meat that was just lying. Taking another chomp for myself. And we're going to head off somewhere to just plop down, rest, and recover. And here she is, getting inundated with that same dream that she had back when she first met Diorite. I'm imagining that it is reminding her of Jasper a little too much. It's morning now. Everyone's mostly healed up. Actually, 100% healed up. Gleam's just at 2%. Missing 2% of health. Waking up. Looking around, sniffing for anything worth noting. And I immediately smelled some mule deer, so let's go hunt the hit the mule deer, and notice how everyone just starts contributing. I'm intentionally not helping them out like last time, since they still need some experience, especially Umbra, who's just being more cautious than all the other pups. Now Beam's at 100%. It's just Zephyr and Umbra now. And we got a nice hearty meal on top of that. Heading off to continue marking, and on the way we actually stumble across Chalcedony Falls. A bubbling thirst quencher. More like a frozen non-thirst quencher. I mean, it's winter, you expect it to be frozen. Ended up stumbling onto a den here. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Took me some time. Eventually found it. Tree root abandoned coyote den. Not a good option looking at where it's situated, but it is a good spot to take a nap. Diorite's injury is now healed. It's great. Alright. It's night. Setting nice good sleep. Zephyr's at 95%, Umbra's at 93%. Looks like we have one hex, actually 2 hexes that need marking. So that's exactly what I am going to do. Hunt and mark hexes. Stumbled onto an elk herd. I do not know which one it was, but I think it's fescue, the fescue herd, considering how many times I've hunted this elk herd before. Here I am getting them to run and making sure Onyx doesn't get himself trample damaged. Trying to avoid the elk before they trample damage the pups. And now we're just chasing them, waiting for one to fall behind and targeting a weakened elk. What I did here was just run. That's pronghorn. Keeping my pups out of harm's way. Now I'm just chasing down the elk. Back at it with the elk. I think somebody stumbled or stopped because someone wanted elk lag behind and it was weak too, so we ended up swarming the elk. And I'm just letting them bite here. Umbra once again did not do much. Now Sever's at 100%, and Umbra is at, I think, 95% here. And I was wondering if Umbra was getting a bit more cautious because of the loss of her brother Dusk here from a few episodes prior, because during a mule deer hunt, we did run into some bison. At the time, we still had Dusk, and we had 6 young hunters with us. 5 of them, Onyx, Gleam, Beam, Zephyr, and Umbra, managed to get out of harm's way, but Dusk did not get out there in time, and he ended up getting killed. Umbra was the only pup to attempt approaching, getting close to his body after he died, but ended up chickening out. Probably because I called her over. And I wonder if this has caused her to become more cautious, or if she was just a cautious wolf in general. Now we're just gonna go continue marking some hexes. Heading over to mark the last hex. That is below 50%, or getting close to 50% on my territory, and you can see that the wolves are teleporting. Diorite teleported, Onyx teleported, Umbra also teleports a few times. Yeah, the wolves are having trouble climbing up slopes. Apparently everyone's inherited for Obsidians. Bad slope climbing techniques, and you can see this in action. Oh, moments like these make me laugh when I end up accidentally going up on a slope and then start sliding down it. It does not get any funnier and sillier than this, just casually sliding down a slope. And then my mate and pups following and wondering what I'm doing at the same time, and it's so annoying, and I'm more so Obsidian is pretty annoyed by all of this. Slopes are not fun to climb. Ouch. Sliding. And we're done. At least for now. So I'm just trying to find a different way to get up the slope. And once again, the pups are having some trouble. Seeing as everyone proceeds to start teleporting. I think that was Zephyr who teleported to me just a moment ago. There's Onyx and Umbra. And Onyx again and Umbra. Why is it the black pup that's having the most amount of trouble out of everyone, apparently? Don't ask me why the scent post is here. If I recall correctly, I claimed it from another pack. And that was where they left their scent post, so I just have my scent post there. Markin. And then head up the slope to take a nice sleep, because considering what happens next, it was better we slept away from the slope. New day, nice nap, frame rate drop, and a whole bunch of wolves. And why the heck is Needle so close? I actually thought this was Needle at first, but I actually ended up checking known wolves after struggling on finding the panel and realized that nope, that was not Rescue. That was Rescue Creek, not Needle, trying to take another jab at us. doing a casual check on all of them because, yeah, don't know what a wolf just stopped. And I started biting them. Bit them. Fought them. Another opportunity for EXP for Umbra, since Umbra seemed more willing to participate in fights than hunts. Or at least that seems to be where she got most for EXP. Yeah, this one was way more chaotic. It is a lot. Direct proceeds to get another minor injury here. Biting. Get off. Get off. Everyone's biting. Everyone's biting. Get off. Get off. Looking over this footage, I feel like I could have done a kill, but I'm not that bloodthirsty. Okay? I started wolfing at pups because there were some pups that were getting low on health. Didn't want that. I'm just starting to get stressed out because... Jeez. This pack's getting pretty aggressive. I haven't been able to land that many bites compared to North Peak. Compared to the North Peak fight that I had earlier. Still biting. Still very much biting. But yeah. Continuing health checks. Just biting, pretty much keeping up the biting. At this point I'm starting to lose track of everything. Taking a few hits. Trying to desperately get the attack to end sooner, noticing Beam is at 38% health. At this point I started going for the kill because I really wanted the attack to be over. But considering just how much we're getting dogpiled, specifically by this pack, yeah, you can see how badly I wanted the attack to end. Did another health check. And that's when I really started targeting this pup. Just wanting the attack to end. Did another health check. Saw that somebody was at 28%. Wanted to whiff them off, but at this point, look how low the pup's health is at. And that's when I realized I need to book it. Book it, book it, book it. Admittedly, as much as I don't want to do that, Obsidian doesn't really want to do that, I feel like it's important to keep the pups safe. Like, it was not really worth it. Remember, she did lose her entire natal pack to a wolf pack. So, I'm guessing that it evoked invoked memories of that fateful day, and then Obsidian is not willing to let that happen again. So she took the loss, but she made sure she let the pack know, hey, not going to take that for very long. We will be back. Oh, quite the stare. And making sure the pups are okay. Umbra's at 99% now, so we're just 1% away from finishing off the pup's learning curve. Checking on territory. Needle's still holding out. And now, what we really need is food. So we can get these young hunter pups to heal. Because we did lose the battle, we did take a serious chunk out of our affinity. And depending on the cooldown, so we couldn't do much. Because I forgot to howl at the elk carcass earlier, it's not marked. We won't be able to find it. So here, I'm wondering if I should be risking a hunt. But instead, I laid down and took a nap. So at least the pups will be at better health for this next hunt. Once again, waking up. It's dusk. Everyone's just about at 80 pounds, except for Zephyr. But everyone's getting pretty hungry, and nobody's at full health yet. Checking on gnome wolves, checking on the map. I'm not gonna take elk for the hunt because the pups are still recovering from the previous battle. So I'm sniffing out for exclusively mule deer. It's not much, but it will do. Alright, found the mule deer, and we're off. It's snowing, and I immediately grabbed onto the first mule deer, which ended up lagging behind. So immediately grabbed it. Everyone else proceeded to grab it. Waiting for Umbra. Umbra, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. I didn't really care if Umbra's getting EXP. We just needed a carcass. But she did bite the mule deer. And we got the quest completed because Zephyr somehow managed to gain a pound while moving. But yeah, we got the mule deer down, and now the pups can have a hearty meal. Eat up, pups. Eat up. You need it. I am so proud of them. The fact that we managed to raise 5 pups to yearling status is something. Obsidian feels proud of herself, managing to raise her 5 surviving pups to this point. Can't do a victory howl just yet because we have a pack rally in effect. We're gonna have to do it after we take a nap. Hey! We're expecting puppies! I was wondering when that notification was going to go off. Direct minor injury once again managed to heal itself. One nap later, the pups are doing much, much better. And immediately, I did the victory howl to end off Young Hunters. And we got ourselves an achievement. Yeah! Pups have learned the basics of hunting and fighting. And now, we're ready to have more puppies in the spring. That was a victory of the Amethyst Hopes pack, having finally reached their endpoint of young hunters. And now we're gonna have to find it done again. So I'm gonna leave it off here for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the Amethyst Hopes pack and Obsidian's Hope series, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all soon. After a brief hiatus because art fight's coming up, and I've got a ton of stuff to get ready for AF. So, see you around. Update, I said a little too soon. I was actually heading down here because I want to get an achievement for the next year that I didn't get with this litter, and that's to bring a human object to the pups. I was going to move it to a little closer to the den because I know I'm not going to be able to do that, but we have gotten hex invaded by the same pack that gave us a bit of an L. I guess we're gonna deal with that spring. So bears are back. I hope we can exact vengeance on them for delivering us the beats last episode. Not last episode, but let us finish our pack rally, please. Please. I kinda need it. Who's the pack leader again? She's dead. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong place. 130 F. Yeah, you're definitely Mackenzie. Oi. M's injured. Oh, we're out of stamina. Sheesh. It's alright, you good? dear. Going for the kill. Yeah, I think I might back off again because, ouch. Hey, get off of Onyx. Yeah, I think we really need to get out. Move, move. Please, I don't want to lose my eyebrows, baby. Oh dear, someone's very low. Beam, get out. Beam! Oh god, she teleported, she teleported, she teleported, she teleported! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to risk you, Beam. We might have to just get the hex back next episode if we end up losing it. Oh, Beam. Oh, Beam. I mean, I did switch to challenging, so it probably played a role. Ouch. Beam, can you keep up? Oh, Beam. Oh, baby. I think we're just gonna rest. Phew. Oh, Nito, don't you dare. Don't you absolutely dare do that. Jeez, they took 2 hexes. We're taking them back next episode.